The girl that modeled for this is Anastasia. She goes by Acid Pop-Tart. She's incredible. I knew I wanted to do this pinup style piece for this. This is another commission job. And first person I thought of was Anastasia. And she's such a chameleon. She can do these amazing, innocent pinup kind of things, and then these really devilish women. She's modeled for a couple of my pieces now. She's my Queen of Hearts, and she's my Red Queen, and will probably be a couple other characters. Well, I went to the School of the Art Institute in Chicago. I took the beginning core classes, and then I think I started my second year there. And my painting teacher had us paint on an alternative surface of our choice, and he suggested I try wood carving, and I absolutely fell in love with it and switched to the sculpture department. And he was pissed. And I mean, I always painted. That was something that I always did on my own. But even from high school, I did a little bit of everything. Metalsmithing, photography, printmaking. In some ways, I'm kind of sort of a self-taught artist, but or rather a self-taught painter, but a trained artist in, I don't know, many different medias. I don't know, I think all those teachers that tell you you need to focus and figure it out like your first year in college are idiots. Because you just don't know until you try out whether you're really meant to be a printmaker, a photographer, until you really click with that medium. I like living here as an artist because we have such an extensive, diverse community of artists. That's one of the reasons that I really enjoy living here. The cost of living is super cheap. And now with the internet, it's making it so that you don't have to necessarily live in one of the big cities and spend, most of your paycheck in a closet space worth of rent. I mean, in some ways, I know I'm missing connections, it's who you know kind of thing, and the connections that might get me to where I want to go faster. But I don't know, I feel, I've talked about this with my husband a bunch, that, if I keep putting my work out there, keep making the connections, and then mostly focus on making the quality work, that eventually it's going to all come together. I tried to paint as much as I can, and thankfully my husband's pretty supportive and understanding of that. So I paint as much as I can on Tuesdays and Fridays. Those are my days off. I'll put in a good, say, at least 6 hours each of those days, and then in the evenings I try to get in another 3 or 4. But it varies. And so it's talking about feed your head,
right?
Hence the lyrics. And then she's sort of freaking out because she's learning about all of these things that are going on. Like we've got contaminated food, so this will be a dead flamingo, and various elements that tie into Alice in Wonderland. But it's talking about like genetic food manipulation, and then this will be sort of the environmental thing. These will be the talking flowers, but they'll all be dead, and this is a smokestack with sort of toxic ooze coming out of there. Just sort of skull, because I like skulls. I want to do a bigger painting of this concept, sort of the different kind of mushroom, and this is going to be sort of a play on TV and media, and sort of the brainwashing of consumers.